Tensions erupt at Zanu PF Mashonaland West Interdistrict Conference. Tempers flared and emotions ran high at the Zanu PF Provincial Interdistrict Conference held at the Chinhoyi University of Technology on Sunday, after disgruntled party youths took the extraordinary step of openly confronting senior leadership. The meeting, which was meant to be a platform for the ruling party's members to review progress and set out resolutions for the future, quickly turned into a scene of confrontation. Young party members voiced their frustrations loudly, booing and heckling Politburo member and current Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Minister, Ziyambi Ziyambi, as he attempted to deliver his address. According to witnesses, Ziyambi was booed not once but 3 separate times during his speech, a rare show of defiance in a party that often projects unity and discipline. The source of the youth's anger centered around what they described as unfulfilled promises, particularly regarding the allocation of land and the distribution of cattle under the much-publicized Presidential Heifer Scheme. One outspoken youth member, who declined to be named, summed up the mood in the room. "We are tired of promises without action," the young man said to applause from his peers. "Some of us received offer letters for pieces of land that do not exist. You cannot keep making promises that are never fulfilled." Another youth delegate from Hurung district echoed the same frustrations, accusing senior leaders of exploiting the energy and loyalty of young party members without rewarding them. "Give us the land you promised us," the youth demanded. "You are using us for your campaigns, and now you are already talking about Vision 2030 when you haven't even fulfilled the promises you made for 2028. As the heckling grew louder, Politburo member and Health and Child Care Minister Douglas Mombeshora attempted to intervene, stepping in to calm the situation. His efforts, however, appeared to have little effect as the agitated youths continued to shout down Ziyambi and other speakers. The provincial chairperson for Mashonaland West, Mary Mliswa-Chikoka, later tried to bring the meeting back to order, appealing to the youths to respect party structures. But her calls were drowned out by more shouts from the crowd, who insisted that they wanted concrete answers and immediate action on the land issue. It took the intervention of Happison Muchechetere, chairperson of the Mashonaland West War Veterans League, to restore some degree of calm. Muchechetere reportedly urged the young party members to exercise patience and assured them that their concerns would be escalated to the appropriate national bodies for redress. Even so, the disruption significantly delayed proceedings, forcing organizers to shorten the agenda and cut discussions on other pressing matters. Efforts to get further clarity after the event proved futile. Mliswa-Chikoka was unreachable when contacted by phone and did not respond to WhatsApp messages seeking comment. Meanwhile, Provincial Secretary for Information and Vice Chairperson Ms. Heckled declined to speak on what he called a sensitive issue, saying he was not in a position to discuss matters involving the party's top leadership. Despite the uproar, the conference managed to resume later in the day, though with less time to deliberate on resolutions. The most significant outcome of the gathering was the province's renewed call for President Emmerson Mnangagwa's term to be extended beyond 2028, in line with resolutions that were initially made at the Bulawayo Provincial Conference last year. In a formal statement, Mashonaland West Province reiterated its endorsement of Mnangagwa, describing him as the best person to continue leading both Zanu PF and the country. As Mashonaland West Province, we have unanimously resolved to call for the immediate implementation of our resolution to endorse and affirm His Excellency Dr. Emmerson Mnangagwa as the first Secretary for Zanu PF and President of Zimbabwe, to continue serving in both capacities until 2030, the statement read. Aside from the presidential endorsement, delegates also passed resolutions calling for a more robust framework that would ensure the supremacy of the party over government structures. The move, they argued, was necessary to make sure that Zanu PF's policies, promises, and directives are fully implemented without unnecessary bureaucratic delays. Political analysts have said that the events at the Chinhoyi conference highlight growing frustration among younger members of the ruling party, many of whom feel sidelined despite being key to Zanu PF's campaign machinery during elections. The youth's anger also reflects wider national grievances over access to land, economic opportunities, and slow progress on promises made during past campaign cycles. While the conference ultimately proceeded and reaffirmed its loyalty to President Mnangagwa, the heckling incident has drawn attention to what could be a deepening rift between the party leadership and its youth base, a rift that, if not addressed, could complicate Zanu PF's efforts to maintain cohesion ahead of future elections.